What's going on, guys? We're back. We haven't had a video actually since the Ronaldo video. Again, I'm kind of doing what I can with what I got going on. I appreciate you guys that are watching the channel. I've been posting some of the shorts over here that we throw up on the TikTok or whatever, the Instagram. So we're doing a reaction about Chelsea Barcelona. I'm going to try to do the reaction today and the one for Bayern and Arsenal tomorrow because we got two massive Champions League games this week. And I do want to react. I want to talk about games that are just big games, bro. I want to kind of keep the channel going as we head into the World Cup because obviously we're going to have so much World Cup content going on. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Chelsea 3, Barcelona nothing. I mean, what are the takeaways from me from this game? You know, Chelsea was a team for me this season that I predicted to get second in the Premier League. If you guys, had been following my predictions, and right now they sit in second. They're only 6 points off of first. They're kind of in that tough part with City and Aston Villa right now, and Arsenal's kind of running away with an early lead. But, you see Chelsea go and get a win like they get tonight against Barcelona. Tactically, they looked prepared for the game. I liked what I saw and what Enzo Maresca put out, obviously, as well. They got quite a gift because for me, Barcelona was coming off of this win against Athletic Club over the weekend, which was a big win. Athletic Club for me is always a team that if you're beating them by more than 2 goals, you have my respect because it's just a team that I personally respect. So, like Barcelona for me, yeah, it's one of the giants in football right now. And look, obviously this game changed a lot when Araujo picked up the red card in the second yellow. Ultimately, the main part about this game, though, for me, and I'm not here to blame anybody specifically, but if you are a Barcelona fan, there was 2 situations that really could have changed the outcome of this game. It could have determined your fortune. So let's talk about the first one. Ferran Torres, 5th minute, misses this chance, right? This is really unacceptable, and I know I'm being harsh, but I feel like Ferran Torres over the last, let's just say, year or 2 has really deserved his flowers as a player that we can count on and criticize to score big chances. I think he's really developed into that player. So I'm not being too harsh on him. It's only the respect that I do have for him. He needs to be putting this away. Lamine Yamal gave this to him on a platter. And even if Araujo, which we're going to rant a little bit about Araujo right now, because for me, Araujo's doing this BS in big games a lot. I think there was a quarterfinal against PSG he did this in a year ago or some game like that. It sounds like that's ringing a bell. My memory's not great, but it was another game a little while back. I love Araujo. I really do. I'm not here to hate on him, but he's got to do better. He's got to do better. He cannot let his team down like that tonight. You're prepping all early week for this game. You're going to Stamford Bridge, which, look, it's a special Champions League night. Chelsea has a really good team. This is a team that won the Club World Cup, which I respect that. They took care of business against the undefeatable PSG. This is a big match, bro, right? And this is a match you want to get points out of. And this is a match you want to give your team the chance to stay alive in, which Araujo just did not do tonight. Barcelona is a team that is built to attack. And so when you take away a defender out of this team, man, you're in a lot of trouble. This isn't a team that has been programmed to sit back, defend, or counterball. This is a team that likes to play electric football. So when they lose a defender, yeah, they're gonna be out of sorts. They're gonna be very out of sorts, especially when they're heading into this match. Obviously, without Pedri, right? Their main composer. In my opinion, Barcelona's best player is Pedri. As much as I love Lamine Yamal, as much as I love some of these other guys, Pedri is the best player on Barcelona, right? That's just from my personal opinion. And so then you go down to a team that has Caicedo and Enzo. To me, I respect those two so much. It's the reason why I've actually had them finishing second this season because I just think those two as workhorses will take them over to the finish line. And Barcelona with Araujo making that mistake. And, for me, this is what I was going to say. Ferran Torres tucks that chance away. You got a way different situation, even if Araujo makes that mistake, right? You do. But instead, you got to live with those two things happening. And overall, just not a good position for Barcelona to succeed tonight, man. It was not a good game for Barcelona fans at all. You didn't get humiliated. I will say that. You didn't get humiliated, but you didn't do much. I mean, they only had 2 shots on target, which I was saying, like, I cannot believe for a Hansi Flick led team, 2 shots on target. That just sounds wrong coming out of my mouth. Now, the positives for Chelsea, let's talk about that. This guy is a superstar in the making. I think Estevao, oh, man. I feel like I'm a good judge at seeing someone that can really play ball. This guy can play ball. I took a lot of hate because I had an opinion when I'll say it right now. I had an opinion about Luis Diaz that a lot of people did not respect. And what I said was that I thought Luis Diaz, I can't believe, I don't know if I said if he was a top 10 or a top 20 technical player in the world in terms of his actual ability with the ball, what he can do. And I felt like Luis Diaz's inconsistencies at times made people laugh at my take for that. And we're seeing what he's been doing this season. And that's what I saw glimpses of with Colombia. At times, he gave it with Liverpool. Like, he gave one good month and then 2 bad months. And that doesn't have anything to do with young talent developing. But I'm just saying, like, what we're seeing from him this season now, bro, I'm telling you, I think Estevao is the one that came out of Brazil in the last couple years. We look at Endrick. It's not been anything special yet. You know, is there still potential with him? Yeah. We look at Vitor Roque, who's already back in Brazil. I think this kid is so special, bro. I really do. I've watched him play like 8, 9 times for Chelsea now, and I don't think I've seen him play a bad game. Like, literally. I know he's played 16 in the Prem, so I've probably missed a couple where maybe he hasn't played great. I know statistically he's not been insane. I'm just saying the raw potential with this guy out wide, what he can do, the way he scored tonight, the dribble he had, the intricate touch, and then just the banger past the keeper. I was like, wow. So for me, he's the one. He's very special. If you're a Chelsea fan, you got to protect this guy at all costs. He is so good. The Ferran Torres missed the red card. What else are we going to talk about? Cucurella, man. This guy, Cucurella, is just a problem. You want him in your team. If I'm drafting a team, I want Cucurella in my team. He's so damn annoying. He wins penalties. He wins outcomes where they're going to benefit the team. He's annoying to get past. You know, it's not like Yamal played a horrible game tonight, but definitely nothing beneficial or insane for Yamal standards for the team. Araujo and letting his team down in the Champions League. These are the headlines that we can see. Ferran Torres missing easy chances. You know, and now you look at the table with how this game went. Oh, can we talk as well about the first of all, let's talk about the goals, right? Pedro Neto's goal, the back heel. Ooh, so nice. So nice. I know it goes down as a Koundé own goal, but Pedro Neto's goal was really nice tonight. And then Enzo, man. Enzo's nice pass into that was Enzo, I think, who passed it into Liam Delap with the goal. The goal actually stands, right? So that was a really nice goal as well. And now you look at the table and look at the Champions League table. Like, for Barcelona, man, they just got to figure this out. 10 goals in 5 games is unacceptable. Now, you could be a Borussia Dortmund up in 4th place and you make it work, but bro, this Bayern-Arsenal game tomorrow is going to be insane. We're going to react to it. It's going to be crazy. And I feel like with Barcelona, you know, ultimately, look, respect to Chelsea. Again, it's a team that I'm not surprised is going to be able to pull out this result tonight. But look, it wasn't going to be easy. Yes, you got to benefit with Barcelona getting the red card. You still got to go out there and perform and get the dub, which is what they did. So shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to them for doing well enough starting the Premier League. They're looking good. They're going to make me look right with hopefully get in 2nd place. Could they get 1st? Yes, they could. Barcelona's got to pick it up in the Champions League. They got to pick it up. We got to hold this team to a higher standard because we felt like Barcelona last season was the team that was destined to go win, and they didn't win. All right? Inter Milan put up some crazy 2-leg performance against them, only to shit the bed in the final. That's the reality, okay? So we never got delivered the cinema of PSG Barcelona. But for me this season, it's not that Barcelona have been horrible, but they haven't been playing as well as last season. They definitely have not been playing as well as last season. And we as viewers, I'm not a fan. I mean, I am a fan of the way they play, but I'm not a diehard fan. We deserve more out of Barcelona. They need to play better. They need to figure their stuff out. And they need to start thinking about the seeding. They do. Or maybe the seeding doesn't matter. I don't know. What do you guys think? In this Champions League, does the seeding even matter? Because PSG was the squad that won it last year. They were not even playing well in October, September, November. And then they went out and won the whole damn thing. So maybe that doesn't even matter. But regardless, we got to demand more out of Barcelona. Barcelona fans, you have the right to be upset tonight. Your team deserves to give you more out of the game. And ultimately, though, congratulations, Chelsea fans. Nice win tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to have a reaction to Bayern and Arsenal. And I'm just saying, man, keep tabs with Estevao, bro. This kid is up next. I'm telling you, this kid is so special. I'm all in. I'm all in, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.